the Delfield Quilt Co. company, and this video is for the quilt finish of the 2026 Summer Sew Along. Now if you're new here, I love sewing and I share the projects I'm working on this channel. If you're not new here, I'm so glad you came back, and thanks for subscribing. Alright, so this year's Sew Along was really just 4 weeks to get all of the blocks done. And then I'm doing an extra week just because I wanted to show you how I ended up quilting it and what I did for binding on this one. Alright, so the theme of this one was red, white, and blue because we are celebrating 250 years of United States of America. So I figured that was kind of appropriate for this summer. So really you can make this quilt in whatever colors that you want to. It works well, I think, with a lot of different fabric combinations. And if you're wondering where the inspiration for this quilt came from, it actually came from a couple of those wood barn blocks. I saw these on Pinterest and I thought they just looked so cool and would make a cool quilt. So that's kind of where the whole design started. All right, so here is how this one turned out. So this quilt was a foundation paper piecing quilt. All of the patterns are available for you free until the end of the summer of 26. On our website, delfieldquiltco.com. If you look under quilt alongs and then 2026 quilt along, that's where you're going to find all the patterns and the videos that go with this quilt. So week 1 was the blue star. Week 2 was the white star, which was almost identical to the blue star, except it has the red and white stripes in the corners. Week 3 was the border block. And then week 4, I just put the whole top together. Now how I quilted this one, it might be a little bit hard to see, but I did just do these stars and swirls. Actually, it was the very first quilt that I used, my new Moxie XL Pro Stitcher Light. Probably should have maybe started on some beginner quilts because it was a little bit of a learning curve for me. But overall, I think the quilting turned out really good. And I'm looking forward to practicing on that machine a lot more. It certainly would have taken me a lot longer to quilt this on my regular machine. So I'm glad I had that as an option. And there's no way I would have been able to quilt that kind of detail on my own. And for the binding, I did do a full piping binding, which that is just one of those simple ones that it takes a little bit of extra fabric for the binding, but it gives a really nice finish, especially with the red on the outside and the white on here. I just thought that was perfect for this quilt. And I do have another video out there on how to do the full piping binding. In case that's something that you want to try on your next quilt project, it's pretty simple. Basically, you have to have 2 strips long enough to go around your quilt, plus probably about 12 to 18 inches extra. And the strip that's going to be the piping is actually the wider strip, and that needs to be 1 3/4 inch. And then the one that's the main border is just 1.5 inches. And it's really easy to sew the strips together and then press it and then sew it on. I actually find it a simple binding because you just stitch in the ditch right along that white piping. So a real simple, fast way, I think, to add a lot extra pop to your bindings. If you did sew along, that is awesome. I would absolutely love to see how your quilt turned out. If you don't mind, email me a picture or two. Kathy@delfieldquiltco.com is my email, or you can tag us on Instagram at delfieldquiltco. If you sewed along, don't forget to change your sewing needle. These foundation paper pieces are, I find, kind of fun to sew with, but they can be a little tough on your sewing needles. So don't forget to change out that sewing needle. Right, thank you so much for following along. If you haven't yet, please subscribe and visit our little quilt shop at delfieldquiltco.com, and hopefully you give this quilt a try. Have a great summer.